Some people thought I was a little harsh last week, and I want to set the record straight about how I wasn't harsh. I was perfectly accurate, and perhaps they were just missing context of why you're a bad man. Because someone thought I was just harping on you drinking whole milk because it was whole milk. I'm like, nay. I love whole milk. I love drinking that straight cream because it's so thick. No, it's good. It's what I have. But no, what's the problem with you drinking whole milk, Spicer?
Oh my god!
Say it. No, say it. Say it.
Say it. Do it.
Say it. Do it. Because you are.
Oh my god!
You are what?
Oh my god! Shut up. Technically, I have
technically.
Oh my god! I have problems digesting dairy. Okay.
You are lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Yeah. Well, because
Don't
I know
dance
I'm
around.
gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and then you're gonna be like, no. Okay.
No.
To be clear. The facial expression, the shift, where you pretend the acting, baby. I saw the care, I saw the understanding, but I see through the lies of the Jedi.
You sense the danger.
I said this is a trap. It's a trap. Just all the Star Wars quotes today. No, okay. So I think what it is I don't think I'm actually allergic to like specifically milk, or it is the way that it is processed, and it is the way that dairy is processed. This is a thing. It
is a thing, but it is absolutely a thing, Spicer. You are correct. The problem with you using this as your argument is you are misunderstanding which things are worse on your system than others. Because if you think that straight whole milk is one of the better options, I have some bad news for you. That is an incorrect reading. And you know what the real issue is? Because it's not even that. You know what the real issue is, Spicer?
What's the real issue?
And you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this because it's what I get accused of. You gaslight me. You gaslight and manipulate me. Because I, Rhani, know that I'm pushy. I know that I'm far too controlling as an individual. Don't worry, I have lots of trauma behind it. I have all these childhood memories of Papa being like, why are you like this? Why can't you blah, blah, blah? And so, you know what I do all the time? When I realize I'm being pushy, I stop myself like, Rhani, you're being that monster again. You need to stop. You're hurting your friend Spicer. You're hurting him. And so when you say, Rhani, I can't try this thing because obviously I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't try the piece of pizza, even though I would for you, baby. And I'm like, Rhani, why do you keep bugging him? Because he's fucking like, oh God, you're being that guy again. You're being what your dad said you were. And so I quiet myself. I'm like, no, go away. And I berate myself over it. And then I find out later, in the dead of the night. I find out later that's if not a straight up lie, it wasn't a whole truth. You were telling me what you knew would shut me up. That's what you were doing, and you didn't care. You didn't care about my trauma. You didn't care. Because you just didn't want to be forced to try a new thing, because God forbid you try a new thing. And then I find out it's not just the milk. It's not just the milk, baby, because there's other shit you're lying about. And I realize that I have been manipulated for years. Because you know what? I brought you a breakfast sandwich, Spicer, and I've never forgotten this.
Oh my God!
I have never forgotten. I will never forgive you for this, because I brought you a breakfast sandwich, and it was from McDonald's, and it was when they did the fucking McChicken, but it's a biscuit. And I'm like, here you go. I got this for you. And you went, I don't eat that. And I went, what? And you said, I don't eat processed chicken from fast food places. I just don't. I just don't do that. And we argued a little bit, and then I went, Rhani, you're doing it again. You're being mean to your friend Spicer. Just drop it. Why can't you just drop it, Rhani? Why do you fixate on shit like this? And so I dropped it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna respect this fucking boundary, as stupid as I find it. cut to a mere couple months ago. We're going to Wendy's. We're going to the Wendy's, and you're like, "Hey, could I get like a 4 for $4, whatever the fucking expensive version of it is now, with some chicky nuggies, with some chicky nuggies?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Blah blah blah. And then it hits me. I'm like, "But you don't, but you don't eat, but you don't eat processed chicken, Spicer."
The way
And then you,
the
no,
way...
no, no, I'm not done. And I know what you're gonna say. You never forget. I don't, but you know why? Because it's connected to trauma. Because it's connected to trauma. Because these are moments where I remember going, Rhani, you're being the monster your father always told you were, and so I quiet myself. And then later I found out, oh no, you were just using that to manipulate me. And then you wanted your chicken nuggies. I'm like, Spicer, you don't eat this. And you're like, I don't. Oh my God, Rhani. Oh my God, why are you? I'm like, what do you mean, why am I? I'm doing it because of you. Because of you. Because you said it. Because you said it.
I don't... The way that Roddy lost it in the middle of this lie for Wendy's, I thought he was gonna kill us both. Because...
I should have.
This is your villain origin story. Like in the Batman universe, you're called the Gaslighter. Like you've been gaslit so many times that you must gaslight the world. And you have like a fucking like a hat that's like the old like gas lamps. Everything's gas themed. You have gas themed puns. Yes.
And this is what I came to realize, Spicer. This is what I came to realize.
What did you realize?
You will say whatever you need to say to get me to not make you try a new thing. Because God forbid you try new things. And so you will weave any sort of yarn or whatever to get to weasel your way out of it.
Weasel.
Yeah. And so that's why I have trust issues with you now, because I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know what part of our history is a lie that you told to get me to shut up. What's real, Spicer? What's real? What do you put in the milk? Sorry, what do you put in the coffee, Spicer? What goes in the coffee? It's milk. It's milk, damn it. Welcome to A Song of Spice and Rhani, a Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire podcast for the girls, the gays, the theys, the well-behaved straights, and liars. I am your host, Rhani.
And I guess I'm your lying ghost, Spicer.
Correct. Say it with conviction.
You know what's crazy is we had a conversation like that was earlier that was very similar but even more unhinged, in which Ronnie had a grand conspiracy. They figured it out. The dots, they were connected. The lines, I knock on the door and I say, Carol! And then but in that conversation, you're like, I think you convince yourself. I don't think you're lying. I think you tell a story. But now we're just like, no, you're lying. You're lying to me.
Because here's the difference. When it involves me, I don't like the. Here's the thing, Spicer. I have one very big trigger in life, and that's I don't like being manipulated. I don't like it. When I realize it has happened, the way I lose my shit, it's only ever happened a few times, and when it does, I'm like, oop, the trauma, she back, and boy, do I not like it. And you know what's happened, unfortunately for us, is you have been one of the people to do it multiple times. And let me tell you, you want to know how much I value our friendship and how much I love you? You are, I think, probably the only person who has ever gotten away with doing it multiple times, and I haven't killed them or stopped talking to them.
About chicken nuggets.
Don't.
Anyways, what do we do every week? What do we do every week, Rodney? What do we do every week?
Every week, I subject myself. Every week, I subject myself to a recording session with this individual after we read 3 chapters of the A Song of Ice and Fire book series, currently on A Storm of Swords, where we break down what happened, theories, lore, and our favorite deaths. I know what died for me this week. I know. I'm sorry,
a
friendship. Trust.
But you can't do this, because then people, when you do this, then they keep being like, but you're being mean to Spicer.
Because I have had years of manipulation. I just like imagine like years later finding out that like, oh, I was just being had. I was just
We need to move on. We need to move on. We need to move on.
this
We
week. This week. Our three chapters were Daenerys 4, Arya 8, and Jaime 6.
Uh-huh.
So let us begin with Daenerys. Daenerys Targaryen is ready to kill bad men. She's ready to kill bad men because they deserve it. She.
I said Daenerys. I said Daenerys. I said Daenerys.
I said Daenerys. I said Daenerys. I don't identify with her at all. What are you talking about?
These
Daenerys.
bad men who have lied to the world. They've lied to the world. They've told stories. They told stories to people. They enslaved people with their stories. They enslaved.
Ooh, let's not use that metaphor. But only one of us is Southern. It's not me. But
My
I'm just
God.
saying. I'm just saying. That's why I said it's a bad metaphor because if you follow it,
The logic is not great. Okay, fine. Anyways, what did she do? She's gonna kill the bad men. She's gonna kill the bad men.
So she's moved on from Astapor. That was small potatoes over there. We're moving on. We're moving on to the next big slave city. We're moving on to the slave city of Yunkai, which is yellow. It has a yellow color scheme because Astapor had a red color scheme, and now Yunkai has a yellow color scheme. That's important. Why? Don't know, but George tells us about it, and it makes me giggle.
Hey, they met thousands of years ago. They each of them got a color.
Yes. They're different Pokemon gyms. But anyway, so she has gone to Yunkai with her army of Unsullied, as well as a giant army of freedmen who have followed her from Astapor because they're like, hey, we just want to go where you are because you're the nice lady. And she left Astapor with like a new council of people in charge of it that's composed of some like wise men. I believe she said it's a scholar, a priest, and one other person. It's fine. Anyway, but she's at Yunkai, but outside of Yunkai, there are their own armies gathered. So they have like the Yunkish, I think it's Yunkish in the book, like army in the middle, and then on either side of them, they have two sellsword armies. They're mercenaries. You know, you can hire them. Blah blah blah. You got the Storm Crows and you got the Second Sons, and they are ready to defend the city, but Daenerys has invited everyone individually to come have an audience with her, to check in, if you will. And she meets with each of them. In the first group from the Storm Crows, she meets a gaggle of them, and one of them is the apparently handsome, though he is bizarrely described, Daario Naharis, him of the blue hair and beard and golden mustache, and painted nails, and yeah.
The cowards. The show were cowards. Cowards, I tell you.
Yes, truly. Don't get me started. But anyway, but she meets with them. And she's like, "Hey, listen. Sell swords famously will come over to the other side. I'm gonna win. So why don't you just come over and it'll be great, and you guys will get a share of the plunder." And the main guy, I think his name is like Grendel or something.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Grindelwald. Grindelwald.
No. But anyway, whatever his name is, he's like, yeah, we're not gonna do that because we already like signed our contract. We got paid. We're doing the thing. And she's like, okay, whatever. Anyway, you have until tomorrow morning and to take my offer or die. And so then the next group comes, and it's the guy named Miro from the Second Sons. He calls himself the Titan's bastard. He makes a lot of lewd comments at Daenerys and is like, yeah, no, I got a big dick, and I talk about myself in the third person. That's kind of my thing. And Daenerys makes him the same offer. He's like, maybe if we do the sex and stuff, well, that'll make it great. Okay, whatever. Jorah eventually gets really pissy because he's Jorah. But then Miro leaves and she gives him the same offer. Finally, you have the representatives from Yunkai who show up and they offer her this giant chest full of gold. And they're like, "Hey, take your gold, go to Westeros, just like leave us alone, and it'll all be good." She's like, "No, I'm gonna keep the gold. Don't worry. But I'm gonna give you guys 3 days, and then I want all the slaves in the city to walk out if you don't want to be basically overrun." So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna free all your slaves, or in 3 days' time, or it's gonna be bad. And so they leave. She has Drogon kind of cinch him a little bit, and he gets all pissy. And then she goes and she starts talking to her counselors and is like, "Okay, so I lied. We're actually going to attack them tonight, catch them by surprise. So let's get all the preparations going, and it's going to be great." And then in the midst of that, who should show up again but Daario Naharis, who is like, "Hey, actually, I do want to fight for you because, like, I think you're hot and stuff." And Danny's like blushing, like, "Oh my god, I think you're hot too." I'm like, "What are you?" Okay. But he brings her the heads of the other guys who were in charge. He is now in charge of the Stormcrows, and is like, "Yeah, no. So we'll help you, and we'll take on the other armies when you are attacking, so that they're unawares, and then we'll be ready to take the city or whatever." And Danny's like, "Cool, let's do that." Meanwhile, as she is talking to Arston and then Daario Naharis, fucking Jorah is like, no, you can't trust any of these guys, you can't trust any of them, and Dany loses her shit on him. She loses it, and is so satisfying, where she's like, "You try to drive literally every other man away from me and make me solely dependent on you. That's not going to make me more attracted to you, which currently sits at 0. So please stop. I like you as a friend and I do rely on you. Can that be enough for you? Otherwise, fuck off." And Jorah is displeased with this, but he's like, "Fine, whatever." And he kind of goes off and skulks. The battle starts to happen. She calls Arston in because Arston, remember, kind of knows some stuff about Rhaegar, and she gets some information about Rhaegar and like what he was like. He didn't really like tourneys, even if he was good at them. He only ever won one, which was, of course, none other than the famed tourney at Harrenhal. Otherwise, Rhaegar was kind of like a sad guy. He was a sad guy. He seemed kind of depressed. He had a melancholy about him because he was
hashtag deep.
hashtag deep because he was born in tragedy, and so he was always kind of tainted by it. And oh, that's the sad history of Rhaegar. But then we find out that the battle is won. The Stormcrows and Daenerys' army have taken out the other two armies that were in front of Yunkai. The Second Sons have been sent kind of scrambling. Miro's on the run, and they are now going to be parked in front of the city itself. And we're going to see if in 3 days' time they release the slaves, which they do. And then all the slaves start chanting Misa Misa, which means mother. And Daenerys realizes that this is a scene that she saw in the House of the Undying, and she takes her stallion and she rides through the crowds as they chant her on. Yay. Cool. End of chapter. What did you think? Mother has arrived.
Mother
Literally
has arrived. It's just Ornacia. It's just
vivacious. Ornacia is silent.
Yes, it's the head. Forgive me.
It's Pride Month.
Oh my god. I love this chapter. This chapter's great. This chapter is fabulous. It's all the good stuff happens. It's so satisfying. Like, sorry, my notes were not pulled up, which I thought they were. They're not. Anyways, here they are. I actually wrote a lot for this one.
So did I.
Yeah, a lot. Damn, learning how to fight a war is my first note.
Yeah, and you know what? She's pretty good at it.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
Alexander who? Julius
really
Caesar
though.
Napoleon who?
Once again, like everyone around her is kind of like doubting, like, "Oh, I don't know what we're doing here. What's the plan?" And she's like come up with a whole scheme on her own, and I mean, spoiler, it fucking works. So like, well, like Dany is like learning on the job and doing a pretty decent job of it, actually.
Yeah. No, it really just doing that whole millennial thing of I will figure it out as I go.
but also just like her like instincts are, I think, genuinely good. Like early on when she's like invited the sellsword like companies to like have an audience with her, and Jorah's like, I don't know if they're gonna show up or whatever, and Danny's like, no, they'll come. They're too curious. They want to see dragons. They're curious about me.
Yeah, no, because she literally, I think that's one of the other things I wrote down is like they'll come because they want to see a dragon.
Yeah. And so
Yeah, no.
like she's reading shit well, like and a lot of the times better than her advisors around her.
Well, and like they could. The other thing that like just kind of shows her like intellect and her ability to sort of read a situation is like she could have just taken him there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they even say like because she's like, could we win like right now? And they're like, oh yeah. They said
Yeah.
it'd be easy but not bloodless.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't like those odds, right? Like
Yeah.
she's like, we'd win, but then like at what cost? And so like she's making like calculated decisions as opposed to just like, like if this was fucking Cersei Lannister, throw the meat bags against against the wall of
Mm-hmm.
spears until we win, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
but Danny's like, no, I need these guys,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
so
yeah. No,
let's
she's like she's learning how to like not only like wield power, if you will, but like how to leverage it,
yes.
which is like interesting watching her work.
Well, and then because the other thing is that like in sort of her calculations is they're like the Unsullied will probably be fine. They're like, but the Freemen probably would be the ones who would like be slaughtered, and that she's more concerned about them. And she's like, ooh, don't like that.
Yeah, because like these are the people who are literally just here because of me. Like they are following me. I did find that it kind of sad when she is talking about them because like there is like kind of a discomfort, which I think is kind of foreshadowing for how maybe this situation is a bit more complicated than we initially realized. Where basically she talks about like she freed Astapor and she says, I gave them a city, but most are too scared to take it. And so instead of like staying in the city that she has recently like, liberated and given to them, they're now following her because they don't know what to do. Like they they haven't been like prepared for what is our life, what system will exist when the previous system has been removed.
Yes.
And again, it's just it's more complicated of a situation than she probably realized when she went, yeah, let's free everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that and again, it just kind of shows she's not perfect, right? Like we're talking about like her great intellect, but she's learning on the job. She
Yes.
is a child.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's honestly what I think George continues to be really good at is like giving characters kind of victories in the moment, but then being like, hey, but this isn't the end of the road. Like there's gonna be complications because the world is complicated. So yes, you got your moment in the sun, lovely, but be prepared to like you're gonna have to figure out the aftermath.
But then, Ronnie, we meet the man, the
Yeah.
myth, the legend. Oh no, not that one, not that one. Great Worm, Great
Grey
Worm,
Worm!
Great Worm,
Grey
Great Worm,
Worm!
Great Worm, Great Worm. Which, like, yeah, which we kind of skipped over. Of like one thing that we learn is like the Unsullied. She has the first thing that she did on her first day of like having the Unsullied. She abolished the custom of the Unsullied having to have a new name every day because
Yes.
they used to be they would draw lots basically and like it was like a very insulting name, right? Like it was like
Mhm.
Grey Worm or Maggot or whatever, and like that was their
Yeah.
name for the day.
Mhm.
And this is so that they don't have identity, right? Because they're we're one, we are part of the army or whatever.
Mhm.
But what she got rid of that, she's like that's dumb, and so a lot of them either they got their they sort of went back to their original name, their free name when they
Mhm.
some of them adopted new names and which I love. It's giving when you run into a room full of non-binary folks and they have chosen new names and it's like, like okay fine.
It's an eclectic mix.
It's an eclectic bunch of people, like because they're like naming themselves after like gods or like concepts or something, and like even Daniel's the thought of like it was kind of weird talking to some of them. Like okay, fine, like sure, whatever, that's your name. You have the right to choose it, but I also, but anyways, but then Grey Worm is different. She's different from the rest because she's like, no, I'm gonna keep the name that I had on that day. And they're like, why? And he's like, because it's my lucky name. Because that was the day that we were freed by our queen. So I'm gonna. This is my name now. This is my new identity. Grey Worm.
Yeah.
I am Grey Worm. So love some Grey Worm. Apparently he's very smart, very clever guy. Because
Mhm.
Jorah's
And
kind of
and is elected by the rest of the Unsullied, because that's the other thing that Dany does, is she like lets them like decide who is going to be their leaders, how to organize themselves, and then from there she like now knows who's in charge and will communicate with them, and that's how Grey Worm gets his position. So he's picked by the rest of the Unsullied to like be the guy.
Yeah, yeah. Which again, just what a mensch, what a regular mensch, what a guy, what a guy,
Yeah.
what a guy. Um, but also, and yeah, we love abolishing bad customs. We love that. We love that.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
The way. Oh, I also love how like with these reforms that Danny does, sort of like I don't know a certain leader of New York City, our mother, our father of dragons. It's kind of crazy because like the slave masters are like this is the way things are. This is the way it is, baby. There is no change. Why? No. Ooh, it's this way. And you can't reform these people. Ooh, this is why they have to be enslaved. And this is the system, man. And she like literally breaks those systems, and then like everything is just fine. like,
Danny's like, I just went and fixed all the potholes. I don't know. I don't know why no one else did this, but
like, I just said, what if we taxed the billionaires? What? and what if I just like found the money? There was a giant pile of money that nobody was using over here, and I was like, well, what if we used this money? And everyone's like, no, that's the money pile. You can't touch the money pile. That's the money pile. Oh God, I do love this image of Danny being Zoran Mamdani.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. But yeah, she just like fixes. She just like gets rid of all the old customs, and we don't descend into chaos. Like it's not carnage. It's not fucking anarchy. It's just like, oh wow, we just got rid of a oppressive, literally enslaved system, and everything's fine. In fact, better,
Well,
I would say. I mean, foreshadow. Yes.
Yeah.
Things to come.
But like the way that they like describe things, because like initially like the slavers were like, oh, the Unsullied like wouldn't be able to like lead themselves. They wouldn't be able to like function without a leader. And then like immediately they're like, no, we can do that. Guess what? We are actually people, and people have intelligence and can like come up with like their own system of leadership, and it worked out fine.
Yeah. Again, the Zoran Mamdani of this universe. But then the other, God, Strong Belwas. Every time that diva comes in,
I love him. I love him.
I love him so much. I love the fact that he talks in the third person. Yes. I love he's covered in marks. He's tatted up, baby, with scars that he cut. Ooh, and I love he's like the perfect wingman. Because he's simple, right? He's a simple man. And every time someone starts talking shit to Danny, he's like, "I'll fuck you up."
I love that when Miro is being like gross with her and like talking about how big he is in every way. He's so long, so huge, so girthy. I'm like, God. And Strong Belwas is just like, oh, do you want me to cut it off and bring it to you? Oh, sorry. Do you want me to cut out like his ugly tongue and bring it to you to Daenerys? And she's like, no, it's okay. We'll get it later. Don't worry, it's all good. It's all good. It's yeah. But no, he's such a presence, and this is again one of the things I like sorely miss. Like once I read this, I'm like, oh, this would have been so fun, because like I'm gonna say something, and I realize it's a little loaded, and I can unpack it a little bit. The East is very different from Westeros, and I would have. There's a lot of like theatricality in it. Like these are bigger, less conservative personalities, and I would have loved to have seen that more in the television show. Now, I know that we get into like the sticky area of like exoticism.
Yeah.
But I do think you can include like a Strong Belwas in a way where like it's not weird, because they're just like big gregarious personalities, and that's like something that I dealt with growing up, because both sides of my family were like new to the US, and so they were very much from where they were from, and so I grew up like at home big loud personalities. The volume in the house is always turned up to 100. And then when I'm at school or at a friend's house or whatever, like, everything is like very quiet, very conservative, very like put together. And so like I think there is a way where you can like represent that without getting into like the ickiness of being like, oh, look at this weird foreigner or whatever. Like you could just have these like larger than life personalities because like that is a real life thing that we have.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's also just like he's just a fun guy. Like he's just like a fun character,
Yeah, it's
and it's
so
like
fun.
and it's just like is he adding anything necessarily to the narrative? No, but he's just fun. Like sometimes we can
Yeah.
just like have a fun character. Ooh, who would play her? Who would
Who
play
would-
her?
I don't-
Who's like a big kind of a bigger character actor?
big.
Big.
I don't know. I'm trying-
Oh my
But
god!
Also, like,
The first person I thought of was The Rock.
oh God. No, no. You know who the first person I thought of was? I'm like, they're white, can't do that. I thought of John Goodman.
Oh, but that energy.
I can hear him doing it. A strong Belwa.
Actually, you know who it is? It's fucking Luis Guzman. Luis Guzman.
If he was taller, if he was like an actual, like, because he's like, I swear he's like Danny DeVito height.
But then that'd be funny though. It's like he's like got the big personality, but he's actually not that big.
But no, because the thing with Strong Belwas, which we haven't really seen yet, is like he's actually like really good. He's like a good fighter, and like he's big, he's really fat, but like he's still he can throw down. And so like you need someone I think with that physicality that like their big
Sure.
butts they could still do
You know
it.
what?
You know?
You know what? Engagement opportunity. Comment below. Who
Sure.
who do you think in the TV version who was a hot piece of character ass from the early 2010s?
What?
Who would have played Strong Belwas? Sound off in the comments below. It's the Strong Belwas sweepstakes. Which character actor from the early 2010s would have played Strong Belwas? Anyways, but yeah, but I love me some Strong Belwas. And we get our first instance of the Wise Masters. Ooh,
Oh well, you fully skipped Dario.
oh yeah. Well, yeah. I did write him later. But yeah,
Okay,
but Dario,
okay, we'll
Dario.
talk about him. Fine. We can talk about him later. It's fine.
Yeah.
Wise masters, they're here. They're wise. The masters. Gross.
but we sort of but I think because there's even like a little bit of like it's not like a pun, but she's like, oh yeah, they're wise, right? Like
Yeah.
like and so we get this first phrase. This is the first time we hear the phrase of the wise masters of Yunkai, the wise masters of whatever, right? So
Yeah.
we love an oppressor class, but we don't. But we don't actually. That's the problem. Also, George can't resist a Luke. George can't.
No.
Because the Lukes that we got in this chapter, baby, Lukes upon Lukes upon Lukes. Category is
It like no, he really likes to go off, and I will say, I will sometimes struggle with kind of descriptions in like prose fiction. Like picturing things can be very hard for me, just the way my brain works. But George does a pretty decent job of typically he can describe something and I can pretty much see it, which in clothing is particularly like difficult for me. So like well done, sir.
well, I think it also just shows his background as a screenwriter, right? Like he knows how to give a very vivid description so that like a director and like a designer can be like, that's what it's supposed to look like. Got it. So no, the screenwriting background is there, strong. I also love, you know who I wrote down? I'm like, you know who she's giving really? Like, she's giving Zoran, but she's also giving like Elizabeth I. It's very Elizabeth I energy of where like
With like the crazy shaped hair.
yeah no
Oh,
yeah.
oh, sorry. I thought you were talking. Never mind. I thought you were talking about the wise masters. You were talking about Danny.
No, yeah, Danny is giving very Elizabeth I because like the way that Danny is, young woman kind of thrust into a position of power that like she's not, the women aren't supposed to be in, quote unquote, in this universe, right? Like, and kind of showing constantly that like she's actually really good at this because like that's the thing is like people like Elizabeth I was, for those of us who are English history nerds like me and Rhani, like she wasn't supposed to be queen. She was like like the third or fourth person of where they're like, oh shit. And it kind of was actually by chance that she was like re-legitimized by Henry VIII, because for a while there she was out of the line of succession. And then was it Jane Good who convinced Henry VIII to make her in the line of succession again? I want to say it was or Jane. No, Jane. Was
Jane
it Jane
Seymour?
Yeah, was it Jane Seymour? It might have.
I don't. I think it was. I think it was later. I'm gonna guess Catherine Parr. I'm guessing it's the last wife because he doesn't do it till near the end of his life.
Well, who was the queen before? Like there was like a lady who was queen for like literally like a couple days.
Anne of Cleves.
No. It's like after.
Oh, Jane Grey. Jane Grey.
Grey. It might have been Jane Grey who convinced, but I can't remember. Anyways, but
Convinced Henry VIII.
yeah, maybe it might have been Jane Seymour. I think it was Jane Seymour. But anyways, let us know in the comments because it was one of the wives who wasn't Elizabeth's mother who was like, "Hey, you probably should."
Jane Grey wasn't one of his wives.
I know. I realize this now. I realize.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, but it was
You
one
saw
of the
6. You should know.
the history remix.
Yes.
But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about Elizabeth in that show. Who was Elizabeth's mom? Which one was Elizabeth's mom again?
Anne Boleyn.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, I forgot because the Protestant one. Yes.
Yeah. Mary was Catherine of Aragon's. Then there was Anne Boleyn who had Elizabeth. Jane Seymour has Edward. And then Anna Cleves, no kids. And in the last 3, there's no kids.
Yeah, and then Jane Grey was just like a cousin, I think. She was just like
she was the cousin that was briefly crowned after Edward the whatever dies, but before Mary, they tried to crown Jane Grey because she was a Protestant, and then Mary's crew wrote her down and executed her.
Yeah, I think she was queen for like 7 or 8 days or something like that.
Yes,
it was a very brief reign. But like no, but I can't remember. Anyways, the point of this is like I can't remember which wife it was. It might have been Catherine Parr.
I'm gonna say it's Parr.
Yeah.
Parr lasted a minute and like.
And was actually a pretty good influence on Henry.
Yes.
She was a calming influence on him.
Yes. She survived, so
yeah. But she like she was it. Yes. Because like yes. Because she was like, hey, like you're not producing any heirs, so probably should have some of these girls who are running around. Probably should put them in the line of succession again. And he was like, fine. Fat.
That is what he said.
He's famously Henry VIII. I'm fat.
I'm fat.
Art. But she wasn't supposed to be queen, and then like everyone was kind of like doubted her for the beginning of her reign because also they just had Mary who was crazy, and they were like, see, it proves women can't reign because they're fucking crazy. And then but Elizabeth just kind of she wins no matter what. She very competent ruler, kind of has like a pretty steady hand. She's like pretty good at what she does, and even like and battle wise too, because like her like planning with the Spanish Armada, and which like a lot of it was luck too with the storm and all, but like the battle that happened before. She was very involved with, and is kind of one of the reasons that then they had to be like, okay, well, we're going to go up around England and then come back down, and then that's when they ran into the storm. But no, it's interesting these characters who, like they're sort of I love an underdog, right? Like I love an underdog, and it's like they're not supposed to work out, but then they just do, but then it's also, but like you said, we're sort of planting some seeds of where it's like they are winning no matter what, but then there are some perhaps things that we're not thinking about because we do forget this is a little child. Like she is what, 14, 13 at this point?
No, at this point I want to say she's like 14, 15.
14, 15.
Probably 15 at this point, actually.
So we've just finished our first year of high school.
Yeah. But this ultimately like fits into like George's kind of like general thesis, which is like, like you could have like the good king, but what are his tax policies? Like we want he's interested in like the little things. It's not just that like this person has a good character, like how do they rule. So yes, she is at this moment doing like the hero part of the story, where like I'm gonna come in, I'm not part of your system, man. And she, tear it all down. But then once you've torn everything down, what do you do? What do you do at
Well,
that point?
well, yeah, and I mean, like, and I guess the difference between like an Elizabeth the First and like Dany is like, even though Elizabeth wasn't training to be queen, like she was like educated and stuff, and like
Yes,
what was
yeah.
like a grown ass woman when she did come to the throne. So she had a little bit of worldly experience at this point to where she could like, and she also had the benefit of watching two very bad rulers before kind of fuck everything up, and so she said, "Okay, not that, got it." What if we didn't kill people for religious reasons? What if on either end? Like, oh God above. But yes. But then, what is? Because what? But then we do get a brave companions mention.
We do. I don't remember it.
Yeah, because they're like talking about like sellswords and stuff. They're like, sellswords, and they switch sides, much like the brave companions. So
Okay, okay.
it's like buried in there, but I like
Sure. No, that makes sense because that is the stereotype that we're going with, and then that just keeps getting reinforced with Daario coming over and being like, "Yep, nope, I'm on your side now because you're hot."
Yeah, it
Uh,
is kind of crazy that we don't really have like a good thing too that we don't really have like a ton of mercenaries anymore. Like,
yeah, it's a good thing.
yeah, yeah, no, it's a very good thing. I mean, except for I guess like the fucking Wagner group, which remember when they almost took Moscow? Like, that was a crazy time.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all Putin's mopped that up, mopped it up real good. Remember when he crashed a plane?
No, actually.
Oh, because like the guy who ran that mercenary group, because he like was marching on Moscow, and all he had to do was just get there because Putin was like in hiding. Did you forget about this?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So like apparently, so like for those of us who, what happened?
My light turned off. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I was like, no, because like in Russia during the Civil War, or not the Civil War, the fucking Ukraine War, there's the Wagner group, which is like a very bad mercenary group that's like done some terrible war crimes in Africa, and they were like being used by the Russians because it's like a Russian mercenary group that's like associated with the Kremlin, but not, and whatever. It's complicated. Anyways, but like the guy who was running it, I think it's Progonev, I think was his name. He was like an old time ally of Putin's and was like an oligarch, and he like was like, you're fucking the war up. You're gonna make us lose the war, and fuck you, Putin. And so then he like marched on Moscow. Like it was like there was like a 42-hour period.
This.
He like took a Russian city. Like the Russian army was like routing because they were like fuck. Like, and then like basically the only thing that stopped him is like I think it was like the defense minister like was like, hey buddy, let's not have a civil war here. Like
Yeah.
we'll give you amnesty and whatever, which is like famously do not trust Putin when he says he will give you amnesty. And he was like, okay, fine, whatever. And they did, and then they like just absorbed them into the Russian army proper, and then mysteriously died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
Mysteriously.
Funny
Anyway,
how that happens.
mercenary groups not good. Glad they're
No.
not really a thing.
Famously not. Famously not good.
But then also related to these mercenary groups, the offers she's giving them are pretty fair. Like that's the other thing that's like crazy. Like with all these groups, if she's because like with the Second Sons and whatever, she's like, hey, like I'm gonna win. Like I'm gonna win, baby. Just switch sides, and you'll get money. And she even says she's like, what's better, like, money or death? Like, come on, it's a pretty easy equation. And like the fact that all of them like no, and it's like she's got 3 fucking dragons, dudes. Like I.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to tell you. Like I think she's gonna win, but then we get to which I also love the thing of where it's like, oh, we can shoot the dragons, and I'm like, hey, sure, Jan. But then because even like the Yunkai, what I mean, what?
Oh, I was gonna say, hey, sometimes dragons can be shot. It doesn't happen often, but it might happen tonight.
Oh no, I forgot.
we might We might be recording this in the hours before House of the Dragon season 3 premieres, and I don't know. Maybe I don't
Maybe
know. I
things.
don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I hate when you do
I
this. I hate it when you do this. I hate when you do this. Of where you're like, I don't know, maybe Wyman Manderley really likes pies or something, or like.
he's just like he's a big fat man. Fat man. He loves pies. Loves pies. That'll never become important again. Never.
Oh my god.
Never.
Um.
Never.
Oh my god. Anyways, but even the offer she gives like the Yunkai people is like
Hmm.
pretty fair. Hey, I'm not gonna sack your city. You can keep your city. You just gotta give your slaves up. Just give your slaves up. Let them leave. You don't even have to like give them just equal rights. Just let me take them. I'll take them off your
Yeah.
hands. Like, just I will just take these people. I am Moses in the desert with my people, right? Like, whatever. Just you just got to give them up. Let my people go. And they're like, no, no, it's
How
not
dare.
how dare, how dare. It's like again, she's got dragons, dudes. Like,
And beside, like, sure, the dragons are still smallish at this point, but giant army of the soldiers known to be like some of the most dangerous in the fucking on the fucking continent. Like, what,
what are we
guys?
doing?
Come on,
What are we
what are we doing?
doing? What are we
No,
doing?
no.
Anyways, but then we do get back to my note on our favorite. Where is he from again? The Dario Naharis, the fucking.
Dario, I have no idea. I don't remember.
Oh,
If they do they say where he's from?
yeah, they say is it Tyroshi? Because they like describe him as like the
Oh, probably Tyrosh. Yeah,
because
because he's
he's got the
dyeing his beard and stuff.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah. I think
and his
I think
hair, everything.
because they say like, oh, the Tyroshi guy or whatever. It's because
Yeah,
that's how
yeah,
they
yeah.
describe him at first. Um, I love a cocky boy. I love a cocky boy. I know the brain. She's so simple, so smooth. So
You love a boy. Just just
famously,
famously, just boy
man.
there.
Yeah, you exist. Oh,
It's the ticket.
come. That's the ticket. Come this way, please. You breathe? You breathe?
You what?
You breathe? Are you breathing? Are you a boy who's breathing?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just like I wasn't hearing you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Dario, he's got an interesting look. He's got in my mind, I'm thinking
Very
like,
different. Very
yeah,
different from the TV show. Cowards. You cowards.
yeah, no, it's the TV show. This is one of like the biggest redesigns I think you get, because like they really hated color, which is why when House of the Dragon season 2 was airing at the end there, I was like freaking out when I'm like, they have dyed beards and hair, we have color, there's color, oh my god, because like fucking, oh god, Game of
Yeah,
Thrones
because
robbed us of
the
that.
pirate queen's crew. We got
Yeah.
accurate Tyroshi beards, book accurate Tyroshi beards. We love, we stand. It is crazy. It is crazy because like reading his description, I'm like, this man is wild.
Crazy. This is an insane look, and it is all the wilder that Danny looks at him and goes, "That's it. That's the
I
ticket."
this garden gnome of a man. That's what does it for me. That's what I go weak in the knees for this multicolored Santa Claus that has strolled into my tent.
I don't. It's interesting. That is what I will say. But yes, he shows up and he is swaggery. He is theatrical. He is borderline insane. Like he's a character. He's really a character.
Yeah, well, oh, just a second. I need
Okay.
to do a thing because my computer was like, "You're dying,
Oh,
Puffles."
oh
Um,
God.
yeah, just a second. Just a
Okay,
second.
I'll just vamp. I'll vamp in the meantime. One of the other times Spicer wronged me as a
Oh my god!
wouldn't it be funny if I just like I like every moment like I had one just like ready to go, like ready to like shoot from the hip.
Yeah,
Um,
God above. Oh, just a
okay.
second. sorry. My computer did a thing. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I'll deal with it later.
Okay.
It was like you have no more data. Ah,
Oh God.
on the internet.
God. Oh
But
God.
I cleared the wrong data, so now I have to log into all my things again. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Choices were made.
Choices were made. Anyways, we. But yes, I will say the line that I wrote down that you can tell she horny. She horny. She is horny.
Which I don't. This is one of those moments where I'm like, God, I wish this wasn't a teenager.
Yeah, exactly,
like,
exactly. Like we keep forgetting this is a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, and like hey, I was a teenager. I know what happens. I know, but you know what? I don't like to think of me being a teenager and thinking of that. You know, like
Nope. I'm there with you. But it's the line. And he had blue eyes. And I'm like, because like it's the way that like it was said. It's like the way it was like the way that it was said in the context of the sentence. I'm like, oh, she's horny.
I especially found it funny when she's like comparing him to Jorah, and she's like, he's everything that Jorah isn't, and that's hot. Like,
I'm like, but we've all been there. We've all been there. There's like a gross person in our life who's like very insistent, and it's just like you then base your concept of beauty off of what they aren't. Yeah. We've all been there before, baby. Yeah. This person who's just like, oh God, like just you're so gross, but this other person who's the exact opposite of them. Hubba, hubba, hubba. Oh my God. But yes. But then I do love. We get the most satisfying moment in the book yet. Is after she's so horny, and Jorah, he's mad because only I can be attracted to this 15-year-old girl. Only me. She finally bitch slaps this man verbally and is like, why are you so weird? Why are you creepy? Why is it every time I'm attracted to anyone, you immediately...
Not even attracted. Why is it I can't speak to another man? He will not stop shitting on fucking Arston, the elderly man who she likes to just chit chat with, and who he keeps shitting on. And like earlier in the chapter, Arston like says something like a piece of advice to her, and Jorah responds with fuck, what do you say? I wrote it down because it pissed me off. Where is it? Jesus. It's fine. Whatever. I can't. Oh, he says the old man's right for once. And I'm like, shut up. Shut up. And so like Dany can't talk to anyone. She can't talk to any man. Or else Jorah is like trying to like sabotage the interaction. It's crazy.
He's just like, dude, she's 15. Like, again, we keep saying this over and over and over again. She's 15. So not only are you being like weirdly like, if this was a grown ass woman, this would be weird. This would be weird. But also she's 15, dude. Like, I'm sorry your wife left you and ran away with all your money. But
it's a very satisfying moment because she like it. The frustrating thing is like he up until this point doesn't seem to get it. Like he thinks he's being slick, and I love just having
because she does like confront him earlier, like a couple chapters ago, where she's like, "I'm not into you, dude." Like where she's like, "Nope, just sorry, man." But then like even that, like she has to be even more explicit. She's like, this is weird, dude. It's affecting the way that you perceive other people, and it needs to stop.
Like you are actively like sabotaging these other people who could be helping me for reasons that I don't even know you're aware of, but like get aware of it, please. And it's good. It's really good because God, I hate this man. Think about the TV show. Think about like, what did we see there versus what we get in here? And I'm like, how did this happen? How did we get
we got oh, my queen, because he's like,
Yeah,
I'm like, it was like slightly annoying at times in the TV show.
sure.
Where his here, it's like stranger danger. It's like,
Yes,
like
yes.
why is the man talking to the child? Please stop talking to the child. Why are you talking to the child like that? Why are you touching the child like that? Please stop talking to the child. I beg of you, please stop talking to the child. Also, you know what's even weird? She's your boss, dude.
Yeah. Double like where's HR? Where's HR? Get them in here. Get them in
HR,
here.
HR is Strong Belwas. Strong Belwas is like Strong
You know
Belwas.
what? I trust him.
I trust
HR like they should be a eunuch. I'm sorry. Like that's
Strong Belwas notices that there is inappropriate work relationships happening here. Strong
yes.
Belwas recommends that you please stop. Strong
Yes.
Belwas says this is a warning. This is your verbal warning.
Oh,
God
God.
above, God above. Strong Belwas says read the employee handbook about sexual harassment. Oh my
Oh.
God.
But anyway, the battle gets underway eventually, and we get a bit of a reprieve and a lore dump, which I enjoy, because Daenerys asks Arstan to kind of like come hang out and to tell her more about her brother Rhaegar, which is fun because
Mhm.
anything we can learn about this man who caused all this shit is appreciated.
I literally my two notes about that is like one, Rhaegar is a real one. Um, and he's
Why?
just
Because he likes music.
well, he is the definition of like a sad boy in high school who's just like, let me just play you some tunes on my harp, man. Anyways, here's Wonderwall, man. Like, but it's just like but like when they describe, because she's like, oh, was he the best at the tourneys? Did he win all the tourneys? And Whitebeard's like, eh. Like he was good. He wasn't like a Jaime Lannister. He's like, and he didn't do it because he like had the blood rage or whatever. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, it's the thing that's expected of me. It's like I should probably do it. So let me do the tourney. But then, which tourney does he win? Which tourney is the one that he wins, Rhani?
That would be Harrenhal because it all comes back to Harrenhal.
Everything comes back to fucking Harrenhal. Everything comes back to Harrenhal. Everything. Erba, that's everybody. Which don't worry, we're not done in this episode talking about goddamn Harrenhal. There's more. There's more fun at Harrenhal. Everything happens at Harrenhal. Everything happens at Harrenhal. And so we have Harrenhal, and it's great. But then the other thing that happens, everything that happens, is everybody's singing the song of the summer, the song of the summer, baby, which is the Maiden and the Bear,
The bear and the maiden fair.
the Bear and the Maiden Fair. Robert's favorite song, which I love that we get that piece of information because like even Daniel's like what did because like because they were talking about Rhaegar. He's like, oh, he's a man of music. He loved the song. He would have preferred to sing over fighting because he was a lover, not a fighter, right? And then she's like, oh well, and for whatever reason she's like, what did Robert the usurper like? And he's like, he just liked body songs. he loved And apparently it's the Bear and the Maiden Fair. And I just love how the Bear and the Maiden Fair. It's the song of the summer for Westeros. Just everybody keeps coming back to this fucking song. We've got like two songs in Westeros. It's the Rains of Castamere and the Bear and the Maiden Fair, and that's it.
It's almost like they're used to foreshadow plot points. Perhaps very soon there will be a bear and a maiden fair.
Which one's the Bear?
There we go. There we go.
Oh, it's all coming together, baby. It's all coming
Yep.
together.
It's almost like this was planned. It's almost like this was written.
Shut up. Shut up. Anyways, but then hell yeah, we win, baby. We do it. We win. All I do is win, no matter what. We kill them all. Cause also we get I keep forgetting his name. Our
Daario.
Dario Naharis, because he kills his other guys, and he's like, "Look, I killed the guys," and then we switch sides. Oh no, the sellswords that we keep saying are notorious for turning sides. Turn sides.
They did it. They did it.
And then we get the mother.
I
Mother.
just love that that's how you're wrapping it up.
I love this image. I could only because it's like they all were saying mother, and it's like I just imagine like a bunch of gay men being like mother, yes.
Yeah, so they do win the battle, and then they go and they wait directly in front of the city, and then on the third day, Yunkai, what do? They release all the slaves because that's what's the alternative? What's the alternative here? Keep slaves and die? It's not fun. It's not
No.
fun. So yeah, but no. The mother scene is interesting because again, it's like another instance of like weird prophecy being confirmed.
Mhm.
So we know that like, hey, things that happen in the House of the Undying, like they might happen for real since this one is happening. And obviously Danny is like feeling some kind of way about it because like, yay. A plan worked out. A plan worked out, and it was even prophesied. How fun!
Prophecies that were what foretold. We love.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, surely this will continue to go well. So,
we have nowhere to go but up. We have nowhere to go but up. Oh,
yeah, that's all I got.
Same. That's all I got.
Okay, cool. So we will take a break, and we will be right back.
Sorry, I made a big pot. Big one. Big pot. Big pot.
Hey, it's it's water and not alcohol. I'll take my victories where I can get them.
Oh my god. Are we back? Is that back? No.
Sure.
No.
Okay. Yes. Arya. We're right. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
done.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, well, I was looking through my notes, and sometimes it's hard to tell because I just have them like in order, so sometimes it like jumps.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
So we have Arya VIII. Arya is back at High Heart because they're
Because there's two places in Westeros.
There's
There's
two
Harrenhal, and then there's High Heart, and that's it.
that's it, baby. That's it. But she's back again, because
She pops
His
a
reasons?
giant box, like because I think they need intel from our favorite
Oh.
seer lady.
Yes. So they want to see like I forget what she's called. It's like the Witch of High Heart or something.
Yeah, it's like or they also call it the crone.
Okay, yeah. So they want to get some intel from her, see what's going on. So they are back there, and it's weird, y'all. We're getting lots of weird visions that that this old woman is like trading for some wine and a song.
Well, first she asks for a wine and a kiss. And
yes,
and they say, "You gross, no, you and your toothless mouth, stay away from me."
correct. Which I like. Lady just wants some, but they.
It's been
but
so long. She even says
so
that.
long.
She even says that. She's just trying to hit it, man. She's just trying to hit it, man.
I also like how she like picks the one that she's like, you're the one I want. Kiss me, and specifically, I think she says like, I want like a sloppy kiss. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You know she was a freak back in the day.
Oh.
You know she was a freak back in the day.
Yeah, but
Once a whore, always a whore. You know.
I will say, but before that, we got a little bit more information about Thoros. Thoros, who is now kind of like at camp, sitting and watching the flames, and they ask him kind of what he's doing. He's like, "I'm trying to see any visions. Sometimes I see them." He was originally sent to Westeros by the Red Temple, hoping to convert Eris because they're like, "Hey,"
because he likes fire.
Because he likes fire. He's a simple man, and we got a simple pitch here. Okay, you like fire, we got fire. You want to be the fire religion? I think you'd like it. God, could you imagine? That would have been crazy.
I'm surprised he didn't say yes.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is, I think Thoros got there after they had conquered, like Robert had won.
No. It wasn't. It was before. But the reason he sort of says is that the pyromancers did more impressive feats than he did. So
you're right.
Eros
You're
is
right.
like, "Fuck your fire god. I like these this death fire magic over here."
Yes. Yeah. Green fire better than red fire. Excuse me. But yeah. So we learn a little bit about him. We learn, sadly, like he did not want this life. He was like the last child in a pretty big family, and they sold him to the Red Temple, which is something that we, you
As
know,
one does. As one does.
yeah. But this is something that the Red Temple does. Like all of their priests and priestesses are the result of basically slavery, which seems wrong, but here we are. So yeah. But then anyway, so after Thoros kind of gives us a little bit about his bio, then oh, maybe she's called the Ghost of High Heart. I think she's
She's
called the Ghost.
she's the ghost of High Heart.
Thank
That's
you.
yes,
I was like,
yes.
I know it's something else, but anyway. So she shows up. She asks for her sloppy kiss. She does not get it. She does get some wine from Barrack though, who she calls Corpse Lord, or Lord of Corpses. And I'm like, yikes, big yikes. And he's like, I don't like that name. She's like, well, stop being dead. But
That's a drag queen, and that you know that's a
yeah,
drag queen. She's got snappy one-liners. She wants a sloppy kiss.
yeah.
That's a drag
Yeah.
queen. That's a drag
Yes. Yeah,
queen.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. But but anyway, then she does start giving him some information. She sees oh, I think I marked it because it was interesting. 91. What did she say?
She
She
has a lot of
says
visions. She has a lot of visions
yeah,
this
yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
around.
Because she initially she's like, "Oh, I see a dead king," and they're like, "Well, who's dead? Who the fuck died?" And they're like, "It's the Kraken King. It's Balon. Balon Greyjoy is dead." Happened early, didn't it? But she's like, "Yeah, nope,
Oh,
he's dead."
It happens this early in the book.
I mean, remember, everything's kind of it's all relative because like in at this point in this POV we have learned this information. When are we going to be in another POV where it's a little more pertinent? Yeah, yeah, maybe not for another book. But
I
this
see.
is the first mention of Balon being dead, along with Hoster Tully, who we now know is gone. And then something about, let's see, it says Tully's died too, but you know that, don't you? In the Hall of Kings, the goat sits alone, and fevered as a great dog descends on him. Who is that great dog? I wonder. Arya wonders too. But then she's like, I dreamt a wolf howling in the rain, but no one heard his grief. I dreamt such a clangor, I thought my head might burst drums and horns and pipes and screams, but the saddest sound was the little bells. That is going to be a good little tidbit later. I know you hate that. I dreamt of a maid at a feast with purple serpents in her hair, venom dripping from their fangs. Foreshadowing. And I later dreamt that maid again slaying a savage giant in a castle built of snow. She turned her head sharply and smiled through the gloom right at Arya. You cannot hide from me, child. Come closer. And then she accuses Arya of being like just a specter of death. Essentially, she's like, "Oh no, I thought the depths the I thought the smell of death was coming off of the dead lord next to you. No, 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 no. It's you. You are scary and whatever, soulless and shit." What did
Well,
she say exactly?
and she calls her like the wolf child. Like she clocks her
Yeah.
as a Stark immediately.
Yes. She calls her a wolf child. You're right. And is just like, yeah. Anyway, so they after she starts basically insulting Arya, and Arya's like, "Why are you calling me bad names? Like, I'm not a murderer." The others start to kind of try to like placate the Ghost of High Heart, and they're like, "Hey, like she's fine. We're gonna take her to River Run tomorrow." And then the ghost is like, "Actually, River Run is not where her mother is anymore. She's left for the twins. Right now, it's just the Blackfish, and the Lannisters are about to attack River Run and lay siege to it. So don't go there." And Arya's like, "What? No, this is I. What? I no. I want to go home. Let me go home. God damn it! Why can't I go home? Oh God, Finn wants attention. But anyway, so eventually they have the singers sing the Ghost of High Heart song, which is Jenny of Old Stones, because they probably knew each other. It's fine. That's some lore. You'll get it later. It's fine. I think they've talked a little bit about it. It might tie into a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Who knows? Anyway, who knows? But uh but yeah, then Arya starts talking with Edric Dane, who she finds out is the Lord of Starfall because he's literally the Dane.
Oh yeah.
Like and she asks him like if he's killed anyone yet, and he's like, "No, dude, I'm 12." And Arya, oh, poor Arya's like, I don't know why that's a weird question. I killed someone when I was 8, and like, whoop, that's not a good thing. But anyway, then they talk some more, and Edric, who is just trying to connect, is like, "Hey, you have a bastard brother, right? Right, John something. We're brothers." And Arya's like, "What? What? No, no, he's not a what?" And he's like, "Oh, well, milk brothers. We had the same like wet nurse." And she's like, "Wait, what?" Like, and he's like, "Yeah, no, my wet nurse Willa. That's John's mother." And Arya's like, "This is crazy. This is crazy information. I don't understand." And he's like, "Yeah, no, because like he was close with Ashara Dane, Ashara Dane, like they had a crush on each other." And Arya's like, "No, no, no, my dad did not look at any woman but my mother. What are you talking about?" And Gendry's like, "Yeah, that's why Jon Snow just appeared under a cabbage leaf. Nothing else happened." Arya's like, "I don't. This is too much information. I don't like it." And Edric's like, "Yeah, that's why my nickname is Ned. My nickname is Ned because your dad's name is Ned. Do you get it? Do you get it?" And she's like, "I don't like this. This is crazy." But then we get some Ashara Dane lore where we find out that she killed herself after her brother Arthur Dane was killed. Arthur Dane, the Sword of the Morning, one of the Kingsguard, who Ned Stark took out. And so because of that, she went and flung herself off of a tower into the sea and died. Very sad. Anyway, Arya does not like this information. She's like, "I don't. This is too much." And she's like, I'm not dealing with any of this. I want to go River Run. I don't care about all this bullshit." And so she kind of bolts, and because that's just kind of what she does. And then she like runs into one of the sentries. She's like, "Ah, fine. I'll go back. I'll go back. Leave me alone." But hey, it's not a sentry. It's the Hound who has now captured Arya Stark. Boom, mic drop. What'd you think?
Yeah. Trauma. Uh,
Trauma.
trauma. Yeah, we're back at High Heart, baby. We're back. We're back again. Because again, there's 2 locations in this book. But anyways, we're here. We are living. Again, I love this diva. I love this diva. I love the ghost of High Heart. I love this diva. I love her weird way she talks. I love how she cackles when she says, "Your mother's at the twins." Like,
She is a very fun character, and once again, another character I would have loved to have seen.
I,
Give me a weird old witch woman, you know?
give me a weird. Get Maggie Smith in some crazy ass makeup. You know she would have ate. You know she would
Oh
have
well,
ate.
the Ghost of High Heart is also supposed to be a dwarf. She's a dwarf.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, we already have one dwarf, Ronnie. So why would we have another? Why would we have another? Why would we have another? We did our ethnic play last year, Ronnie. So why would we do it?
Oof, that hit a little too close to home.
For those of us playing at home, one time me and Ronnie pitched a show that was about maybe had to do with Ronnie's Arabic background, and we were like, that's a cool thing. And the theater company in question said no, and we said, "Oh, why?" And they said, "Well, we did an ethnic show last year, and you can only do one every 2 years. Did you know?" And also, the ethnic show in question was Latino, so.
But they're all the same. It's all just brown, you know?
Yeah. So and similarly, we can only have one dwarf character in a show. We you know what? God. Oh, I just what if it was a fucking Gentleman's Guide? It's just Peter Dinklage just playing everybody.
No,
Get him in drag. Get him in drag. Get him in drag. You know he wants
God.
to. Anyways, but no. But I do love this diva. God, another like you said, there's another small character that just it would have been great. Would have been great to see her.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been great to see her. I do also love the lore drop that we get of where like the Red Priest Thoros is like looking into his flames. He's like, I can't see anything, and then our diva like swoops in. He's like, because this place is the old god's place. You have no power here. Like, and I do love this idea because again we've talked about this before where it's like, are these different gods real maybe, or is there merit to what is being said about these different religions? So I think it's interesting that you have, you know, that like this god who has been shown to very much be real or something relating to him is very much real. This power is a thing, right? But then there is no power here. And it's interesting that it's like, well, this is because it's the old god's place. And so it's interesting. Again, it's this concept of where like all these different pantheons are real, and I don't know. It's just like a fascinating bit of lore.
Yeah. No, I agree, and it like obviously there's lots of theorizing out there, but a moment like this for me lends credence to the idea that like a lot of them are real, and while magic might be like universal, perhaps like the source is different.
Yes.
And so because like these different magics kind of like pull from different sources, when you're in the other place, can't really use it the same way because like you're in the other place. But yeah, no, it's interesting, and it's also interesting that I don't know if it's related, but Beric seems a lot worse here than he has before.
Yes.
Like Beric shows up and is just acting like a weird zombie initially, and is just and says, "Fire consumes 6 times 6 is too many," and I'm like, "Yee, are you okay there, man? I don't. Are you gonna make it through the end of this novel?"
Yeah, well, because it's also like, because the source, it's like you said, like the source is different, and so like the source of his being brought back to lifeness, he is in a very different place. It's so I'm sure it's like a weird sort of like he is not connected to the source of what is sort of maintaining his life force right now. Yeah. So it is, you know, I agree. It's another sort of interesting little bit of lore of how the magic works in this world. And then but then I will say that the intel that we get of the king is dead, again, like I said, vastly different from the TV show in terms of timeline.
Yeah, well, the TV show, here's what I'll say about that. The TV show seems to have forgotten that Balon existed.
I was about to say, because like when they cut to him in that, what was it, 7th season or something, like, or the 8th or the 6th?
I want to say it was like 6 or something.
It was real. I was like, oh wait, this diva's still alive.
Yeah. Like I swear we hadn't seen him for probably like 2 seasons at that point. And then like, wait, who is it? Like, oh, it's that guy. But like here it's you're going to hear about it, but you're going to hear about it several times. So this is just like the first instance where you hear and this is also after Stannis has done his little thing with the leeches, where he like threw a leech into the fire with the blood and said each of the names, and who was the first name that he said? Balon Greyjoy.
We blood magic.
Blood magic.
Blood magic. But yeah, and then I do love, like you said, I love that you sort of read all those prophecies or dreams again, because like. Again, I love this diva, and just the way that she prophesies. It's just so like weird and poetic and ooky spooky, and I love it. And
She's
then
spoiling the plot, man. She's spoiling the plot.
She is. Spoilers. Spoilers. Ghost of High Heart. Also, I love that we never get a name.
Yeah, she don't need one.
She don't need one.
Yeah, I go by my profession and my location. I am the ghost of this location.
Well, because they literally refer to it like, because whenever in the text also it just refers to her as the ghost.
Yeah.
So which is nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Because then is she actually a ghost? Who knows?
Well, she's been alive long enough. It certainly makes sense. But
then we get the whoops nothing but Danes. we get a Shara Dane, Edric Dane, what's his face Dane, the Morning Star, the gang's all here.
The Morning Star,
son of the Morning Star, Lucifer. I don't fucking know what's his
The Sword of the Morning.
There it
Arthur
is.
Dane. He's the Sword of the Morning.
Sort of
It's
the
like
more.
it's a position you can get, and then you get to wield the cool sword. You get to
Oh,
wield
okay.
the cool sword. Ain't that
Okay.
fun?
Is it like
Um,
is it like a Kingsguard thing or is it like a
no, so it's just it's a thing with like House Dane specifically,
okay?
and House Dane, like you can be the Sword of the Morning, and then the current Sword of the Morning, who was the current Sword of the Morning, Arthur Dane, becomes a Kingsguard because he was the younger brother.
I see.
Um, and then like Ned Dane's dad, I guess was Arthur and Ashara Dane's older brother.
I see. I see. I see. I
Yeah.
see. I see. But you know, and then we get.
Don't
I
die.
choke. First, I choke.
Don't die.
Um, uh, which also I do love. Okay, this is like a. I do love that he says, "Did you find him under a cabbage leaf?" Because that is an actual saying.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that is like a real saying. Like, and like I think
Yes.
it's funny that like George didn't even do like a Westerosi version of like, oh, I found you under the leaf of a weirwood tree or something like that. Like I'm surprised it wasn't something like that, right? Like, like
Yeah.
it
No,
was
I
just, it
get
was
you.
just like it's just like the thing. No, it's like an old Southern
He just
saying
said,
of
"Fuck it, we're fine."
we're fine. Who cares? Who cares? No, because that's like an old Southern saying that you talk about like bastard children or like adopted kids specifically. Is because like
Oh.
my dad who was adopted, when he would
Oh.
ask his mom, oh mom, what where'd you find me or whatever, she'd be like, oh I found you as you was a baby under a cabbage leaf. That's like a saying. That's like a real saying. And
I
so
believe you. I believe you. You keep like taking this expression as
well
like I'm
because I
accusing you.
lie so much, Roddy, and I want to make sure that it's real.
You fucking do. Don't make light of it. Don't make light of it. How dare. Anyway.
Anyways, also for those of you watching, again, our love language is fighting.
Yes. Uh-huh. Can't you feel the love? Can't you feel it?
Passion. That's passion. Anyways. But no, so I thought that was funny because that was again that's just like a regular saying, and so it's funny that he didn't even do like a Georgism or Westerosi version of it. It's just the saying. And then poor Arya just hearing about like, yep, your family's about to die, at River Run,
Yeah.
and then because then the other sad thing that's what I was gonna say. The other sad thing that's so sad is like there's this conversation which I don't think we talked about in the recap of where it's like there's this conversation of where they're like fuck, what do we do because this ruins our
Oh
plan.
yes.
And they're like, would your uncle recognize you? Could we sell you to your uncle? And would he recognize? And she's like, no, I've never met the man. And even if I did, I probably was like a baby. Like,
Yeah.
so no, he's not. I'm just gonna be some kid. Like, and so then she's like having an existential crisis because she's like, fuck, the family who are supposed to be released to, they're not here anymore. And who am I? 24601. Like.
And they're also, yeah, I don't think I mentioned earlier, they're trying to decide what to do with her now that they don't have um now that they don't have the now that River Run isn't like the clear option. So like, do we take her back to Acorn Hill? Do we try to go to River Run anyway? Do we go up to the Twins? What do we do? And she's like, stop. I don't want to go to like Acorn. I don't want to wait any longer. I just like I want to go home, okay? Like River Run's like right there. Just take me there. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, poor girl,
Yeah.
like she's going through it. But yes. um but yes, but then we get, God, there are some people, me and Ronnie have talked about this before, of where it's like there are some people where it's so sad when like what their trauma response is, and like the trauma response activated, and it's like, this is what I do when I'm stressed out, when I'm sad. And runners are real.
Oh yeah.
Like,
No.
runners are real, and we've known quite a few actually. Like I'm thinking of quite a few people. I'm like, oh no, I know they're a runner, and it's just sad because it's like you it's sad because it's like in those instances of it's like, okay, well, you can't just like let this person run away because like you don't know what's going to happen to them, but
Yeah.
also it's like they also kind of just got to get it out of their system.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it's this child who just, because we've seen this several times now, just every time something happens, she's like, I gotta run, which like makes sense in this situation why this is her trauma response, because she's been literally captive multiple times, and so she's had to escape.
Literally been on the run this whole time. you
Yeah.
know?
Like ever since we left King's Landing, we have been on the run for like 3 fucking books now. Like, so no, it's just sad that this is the trauma response, and it's the run, Forest run. It's
And she's also just like continually just like, I mean, gotten bad news the whole time, but like especially like recently she's realized that like her new pack has basically disintegrated. Like Hot Pie left a while ago, Gendry is now committed to them, so the second that she goes, like it's she's not going to see him anymore.
Mhm.
And then on top of this, like, oh, we now no longer know if we're going back to River Run, and so there's all of that. Also, now this like rando kid is like telling her like, hey, remember like how your like dad like wasn't like was your dad liked other women besides your mom. It's just like
Yeah, it's
give the girl a breather. Give her a
yeah,
break.
yeah. She just found out that like most of her family is like not there anymore.
Yeah.
Like come on. But no, but I speaking of the pack, like that was my next note of where it's like the gut punch of a line that we get, which is they were never my pack.
Yeah. No,
That
that's heartbreaking.
that
Just true. Oh.
that was sad. I'm like, oof, oof. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Arya. Like, but
Uh,
then I'm sorry. No, no. Go ahead. Go
well,
ahead.
I was gonna say on a slightly happier note, a line that I like around there is when they're like deciding like where to take her, and she's like, just why not like just like if we're going far, let's go to the wall, because like John won't care if I've killed people or if my hair is messy, and I love that the 10-year-old, those are the two things. Those are the two things that her mother will be angry about: that she has murdered people and that her hair is messy. Like, ay, 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 ay.
Yeah. But then we get the face crack of the century, the reveal of the century, where
Mhm.
oh no, it's the Hound. I mean, and that line, the way that we end the chapter of where she like all Arya could think of is the line, "What do dogs do when they get wolves?" Like, or
Yeah.
what do dogs do to wolves? Like, yikes.
No, it's so sad. It's so sad. I Arya needs a break too. Like everyone needs a break here. Everyone like is put through the ringer, and it's just it's so so depressing.
Yeah.
I will say this book though, I is compared to like the last one, there is it's not quite as like dour, I feel.
Yeah, because every chapter with Arya, the last book's Arya chapters were rough. Were rough. We're talking about starvation. We're talking about
Yeah.
assault and stuff. And in this book,
Hmm.
at least, it's like, oh, how pleasant. Her family is. She's never probably going to see her family again, right? Like, what how compared to we're watching literal torture happen in front of me. What a pick me up. Like,
Yeah, what a joy. Anyway, that's all I have on this chapter.
same. She's to the point.
Cheers to the point. So yes, we will take one more break and we'll be right back. And we're back. We are back, and we are on to Jaime VI. Jaime VI. Jaime is leaving Harrenhal. How nice. How nice. Isn't it nice when we get to leave Harrenhal? I think it is. But Jaime now has his giant group of northerners escorting him back to the capital. But he's not leaving with Brienne. Brienne has been left behind because that was Bolton's stipulation that he needed to leave Vargo Hoat with something, and so he's leaving her with Brienne, or he's leaving him with Brienne. So they start traveling, and Jaime is he's still like not happy, just in general, and with life. He doesn't have his hand, and he keeps talking to Qyburn, who he finds kind of creepy. Qyburn apparently tried to send a prostitute to him in the middle of the night, who kind of surprised him in bed, and he was like, "Oh, what's happening here?" Before he sent her away. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But Jaime is trying to rationalize, leaving Brienne behind, because at this point we've kind of talked about how he seemingly has like some affection for her, but he's like, no, it's fine, and then he realizes, after talking to Qyburn, that she's probably going to be assaulted because they finally heard back from her father in Tarth, who only offered a measly 300 gold dragons, um, which apparently is a pretty good ransom for a night. And but Vargo Hoda is like, no, 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 where are all the sapphires at, man? And Jaime tries to be like, well, yeah, that's technically my fault, but I just delayed the inevitable, right? That was gonna happen, and it's okay. She'll probably kill any guy who tries to do that, right? Right. I don't know, but then they camp for the day. He goes to sleep, and he has a nightmare. He has the nightmare of all nightmares. It is a holy fuck fest of weird family trauma. His father is there, basically, haunting him because he's, oh, you haven't lived up to your name. Cersei is there. She's not being helpful. She's also making him insecure. He's being haunted by the ghosts of the other Kingsguard when he was Aerys's Kingsguard, who were all, accusing him of betraying and all this shit. And he's just like, everybody stop. And then who does he see? He sees Brienne. Brienne is in there with him, and she is, seemingly going to be attacked at Harrenhal, and he's like, no, we can work together and get out of here, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Please read George's actual prose. um but we see Rhaegar as well as the Kingsguard. They all accuse him of, letting Aerys and Elia and her children all die. He wakes up. He's feeling weird, and he goes and he talks to Qyburn. And he's like, "Oh, do you believe in ghosts?" And Qyburn's like, "I don't. What are you what? What are you asking me about that?" And then he's like, "Kind of, yeah." Which is like cool. But then he's like, okay, you know what? I've been sufficiently fucking Scrooged over here. I have been haunted by the ghost. Um, and I'm ready to go back and help Brienne. So he goes to the guy who is escorting him, and he's like, "Hey, we need to go back to Harrenhal." And the guy's like, "Absolutely not. That's insane. I'll get in trouble with Lord Bolton if he finds out that I didn't take you straight there." And Jamie's like, "Okay, yeah, I get that, but if you don't do this, I am going to tell my father that Lord Bolton ordered my hand to be cut off and that you did it. So I need you to take me back because I forgot something." And they're like, "Fine, fuck." And so they hurry back, and they get there just in time for Jaime to see that Brienne has been put into the bear pit and is now fighting a bear. She's fighting a bear with a tourney sword, which is a sword that is not sharp, has no point or anything, and so is basically useless. So there, she's trying to fight it as best she can. She's in the same stupid pink dress that they had her in before. She's kind of bloodied up a bit, and Jaime is like, "Oh, fine, fuck it. If no one's gonna help, I'm gonna jump in." And he jumps in and basically like tries to shield her and shit. And that's what all the people who were his escort start shooting the bear until the bear finally dies. Because that was his plan, to basically have them kill the bear, hoping that the bear wouldn't kill him. Anyway, so he and Brienne are then helped out. He informs everyone that Brienne is coming with him. Vargo Hoat tries to be like, "Absolutely not, how dare you?" And he's like, "Hey, we have more men than you, so sorry." And then Vargo's like, "Okay, fine, I'll be merciful. I'll be merciful, all right." God, that accent is crazy, or that speech impediment, whatever the fuck it is. Um, but they eventually leave, and then Brienne is talking to Jaime after they've gone. She's like, "Hey, like I'm very grateful, but why'd you do this?" And Jaime thinks of like all the mean things he could say to her, and doesn't say anything, and he simply says, "I dreamed of you." End of chapter. And my heart is full. My heart
Am
is so full, Spicer.
I have been changed for good. Um. Oh God.
Yeah.
The line at the beginning with a real woman when he's talking about he's like, oh, be back. I'm gonna be back with my totally not problematic sister girlfriend. My sister
I just
girlfriend.
yeah, no, Jamie's trying to do a love is love thing. I'm like, well, sometimes I guess it's not. Um but but yeah, it's uncomfortable, it's weird, it's oh god. It's just like I is Brienne not been through enough? Like
Like, girl, just leave her alone. Again, like a somewhat large, not conventionally attractive woman walks in and is like, ah, the horror. Her teeth aren't straight. Ah, my penis, it's so soft. God, just everyone get over yourselves. I can't. I think Qyburn's just over here being like an evil genius, just like but just emphasis on evil, just like a weird. He's just weird. He's just like a weird, slimy little man. Just because I love.
he's creepy. He's just fucking like everything about him is just like slightly off, and you're like, I get a weird vibe from you, man.
Just the fact that he's like, because we get, because Lord Bolton's like, yeah, I'm sending him along with you because he has these ideas that your father will be able to get the maesters to give him his chain back. Which again, why was the chain taken away? Weird that
Yeah.
fails to be mentioned. Why they took your chain. And but then we get just he's just icky, and then like with him sitting like the girl. And then his whole backstory of where he's like, oh well, I always check the women because Vargo Hope, before he assaults the women, he asks me to inspect them to make sure that they're not good, because once upon a time he got a venereal disease from a woman
Yeah.
and has been haunted ever since. Um, which big yike. Wrap it before you tap it, guys. Um, Practice safe sex. Anyways, but then, the other thing that I sort of that was like, ugh, foreshadowing is as they're leaving, like Lord Bolton's like, "Oh, give your father my regards," wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and then Jaime Lannister says, "And give my regards to Robb Stark."
Yeah, sure that's gonna go well.
Ugh, I don't like it.
Exactly as Jamie intended. Um, yeah, no, it's no, we'll get there. We'll get there soon enough. Anyway, I wrote down. I was writing down some lines that made me laugh. As they're writing, and Qyburn is checking on Jamie. He asks, "Is your hand troubling you?" And Jamie responds, "The lack of my hand is
It
troubling me."
troubling me.
Like
He's
that's fucking
Tyrion's
funny.
brother. He's Tyrion's brother. They're
Yeah.
funny. Like, oh god.
Is they're a pair. Um, and then of course we also learn from him that we learn from Qyburn that Vargo did not accept the offer from Brienne's father, which apparently came in right before we left, but nobody told Jamie. So he's immediately like unhappy, but again, Jamie contains multitudes because when he is being gross, he is so fucking gross. Like his entire thought process where he's like trying to justify leaving Brienne behind and like the horror that she's about to experience. And it's just like, well, it's fine. It's like she can deal. Like he can be so icky as I mean that is clearly like his defense mechanism at this point where because like I don't take anything seriously, I can't care about anything because if I care about something that makes it real and then I'm going to get hurt when something happens. And so, of course, everything has to be devalued. And like I understand that intellectually, but God, as he is doing it, I like actively want to strangle him. And it luckily it doesn't last the whole time and we eventually get him realizing like okay, no, this isn't who I am or what I want to do. Though of course he has to be Scrooged into doing it. Um
It really is. You shall be visited by ghosts 3. Like
Yeah, really. But yeah, that whole dream sequence, it's funny.
horrifying.
It,
Horrifying.
it was very scary, and I did not remember it very well. So as I was reading, I'm like, God, this is a lot.
He's naked. He's naked the whole
Naked.
time.
He's naked the whole like everything's like the only thing that was missing is like his teeth falling out, but he's like naked the whole time. He's being visited by like everyone who makes him feel insecure. His father, his sister, girlfriend, uh yeah, no, like all his former co-workers, everyone is showing up to read in the riot act. It's
Can you imagine if your coworkers visited your former coworkers visited you in a dream?
don't want that. Do not want that. But yeah, no, it's a lot. Um, and then of course he sees Brienne there, and so immediately kind of like goes over to her. She is also naked, and we have to go through that whole thing again where he's like, "Ah, repulsive," but also I'm aroused when I look at her. I'm like,
I,
dude,
dude,
just admit you you like your girls thick. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone has different tastes. Some people like them thick, and that's okay. That's
that's okay. That's
okay.
okay, baby. You like
Yeah,
them
my early
thick?
20s were great because people had that opinion. You know, like it's wonderful.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, it's but yep, that whole dream. Um, I literally wrote down spooky Lannister hell dream.
Yeah, I wrote Spooky Mormon Help Dream too. Like, same vibes, same exact vibes. Um, but I did like some of the stuff that we hear in there when Jamie is like justifying I'm trying to remember the exact oh god how does it come up basically like he's arguing with the King's Guard and like hey but like oh, they were gonna kill they were gonna burn everyone and blah blah I didn't know about the kids being killed blah 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 and then we get the line we all swear oaths and once again you're kind of getting it like hammered home that like these oaths are not always like a good thing, especially when they're contradictory and they're like, oh, the Kingsguard, you know, has to protect the king even when he's being a monster. But how does that contradict your oath as a knight to protect like the innocent and the weak, et cetera, et cetera? So once again, too many oaths, and we're all having to swear them, and they're essentially nullifying each other.
Mhm. And then I also wrote, which is like a little bit back, but also relevant, is like the jig
Mm-hmm.
is up with with the Sapphire scheme of like,
Yeah,
yeah, which is sort of prompting all of this. Of he's like, oh, she's about to be assaulted and probably killed,
yeah,
and you know, and again, we get the beautiful arc of Jaime Lannister of just like this person who is just the worst. Like the person who precipitates the death of Ned Stark and kind of everything in many ways. Like this whole war, this whole series of events, he kind of precipitates a lot of these things, and is just and acts like I don't care, even though like, dude, you kind of do. Is that's kind of the reason you did a lot of these things is you do actually care, and then like this uggo woman, just uggo woman, is the one who shows him this. Again, dude, you just like him thick, and that's fine. That's fine, baby. That's fine, baby. But so no, we finally get the just the final turn of where he's like, okay, let me do something that's actually kind of like detrimental to myself. Like, not only is this me like helping someone else out, like this is actively kind of detrimental to myself because like I don't know how it's because they're like, dude, we can't just like go in there
mm-hmm.
and like
Oh, sorry, but before we get quite there, I did want to mention something, just a little tidbit, little nugget.
mhm, mhm.
When after he first like he has the dream, he wakes up, he goes and he talks to Qyburn kind of about shit. He's like, "Do you believe in ghosts?" And Qyburn basically says yes, and then like, "Ooh, I had ideas, but the other archmaesters didn't like them." And then he says, "Except for Marwyn," which Marwyn is a name that we've gotten before. It pops up just every so often, kind of weirdly. Famously, the other person who mentions a Marwyn is Miri Mazdor, the one who killed Khal Drogo and who Daenerys burned. She says that she learned a bunch of her stuff from a maester from Westeros named Marwyn. So who is this guy? When is he going to show up? Not for a while. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to, I just, yeah, I wanted to put a pin in that because that's there. But yeah, then we get back obviously, and we find her in her predicament, which is better than what we feared. I will say, literally, like I think Brienne would also have chosen the bear, over the men, as we know in 2026 as well. And I do love one of my favorite things in this chapter is when people keep calling Brienne the wench, and Jaime keeps going, her name is Brienne. And I'm like, yeah, it is, babe. Yeah, it is. You got there. You got there. She's a person. She's a person. Good job.
Stop talking so mean about my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, we love.
Also, Vargo Hote's speech impediment
What
accent
is
thing.
what is it? What is it?
The way in this chapter it gets so out of hand to the point where I like there are words where I don't know what he's trying to say.
I
I, like
oh
actively
I was like, what? I did the same thing too. I'm like trying to like decipher like what this man is saying, and I'm like,
George.
just be like he said it with a lisp, or
Yes, I'll get it. I'll get it. You just like, oh, he line. He said in his heavy lisp. Like, I'll get it. It'll be fine. I'll add it in. I'll add it in post. We'll do it live. Damn it.
we'll do a
Like,
live there, but
stop.
like this is like weird, like phonetic. Like it's funny because like I did a show once where there was a character with a speech impediment, and like in the early drafts, I did a similar thing of where like I tried to sort of spell out the way the speech impediment worked, and by the end of it, we were like, "Well, I'm just gonna write it normal, and then I'll just say like, hey, it's labelism, it's just
I think didn't you get a note from the actor who was like, I just feel like this is. I'm trying to remember what she said. Where I think she was like, I just don't always feel like I can say it in the spots where you're putting it, and it sounds weird.
Yeah, no, it was just like I in the end I'm like this is too much. This is simply too much.
Yeah.
I will just write it that it should be this speech impediment. Please use it at your
Please
leisure.
do it. Yeah.
Anyways, but then the bear pit, which I love this scene in the TV show. I will say like I love that scene in the TV show. It's so satisfying and so sad.
Yeah.
And God.
And a pretty good adaptation, I think.
Yeah.
Though it's, I will say I love how it's written in here because Jamie chapters you get a lot of like great one-liners and stuff. Like there's the little exchange where someone says like you want her, go get her, and then like the next paragraph all on its own it says so he did, and then he like jumps into the pit. I'm like, oh, I love that. I love little things like that.
Yeah, which I also do love the one liner of like where he's like, "Oh, you're a maiden, aren't you?" Yeah. Well, I only save maidens, and I'm like, "Aww."
Yeah.
And then it's
And then
the
oh,
bear and the
sorry.
maiden fair. Hey,
Yay, we got
hey,
there. We
we
got there
got there.
eventually.
Convention.
When you brought it up earlier, I'm like, oh yeah, you noticed, right? Like they did it. They did the bear in the maiden fair, and nope.
Nope,
It's
right
okay.
over my head. Right over my head.
One other thing though, when he jumps down into the pit and she immediately says Kingslayer and he corrects her and he says Jamie, I'm like, oh, it's sweet because he was correcting everyone for her name. He's like, no, call me Jamie. I'm Jamie now. Hey, it's sweet. Like
Yeah.
Kingslayer is like his evil twin, you know. It's like the
He's
dark half.
he has killed Kingslayer. It is the Gollum to his Smeagol.
Yes. Yeah.
The
Yes. Yes.
Jekyll
It
to
is.
his Hyde to Jekyll, if you will. Um,
Yes.
I'll live inside you forever. No. Um,
Also, when they do have the whole, are you still a maiden shtick? It also includes at the beginning him correcting them when they're calling her a wench again. He's like, her name is Brienne, damn it. She's the maid of Tarth. You're still a maid, right? It
yeah.
was. I just thought it was funny.
You know what it's remind. Oh, you know what it is? It's the fifth or it's the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean. It's the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
It is such a dumb moment in the show where they're because remember we have like our mermaid subplot because we got mermaids in that one,
Yes.
and we're
Yes.
bringing the mermaid inland, and they're like telling like the beast, the creature, whatever, and then we have our like random Christian missionary who's here,
Yes.
and he like yells at the because he's got it hot for this mermaid, and he yells at he's like she has a name, and Blackbeard's like, and what is it? And then like he has a moment of where he's like, oh wait, I don't actually know what her name is. Oh my god, that's what it reminds me of where like
Yeah.
of just the indignation of it all. It's like, oh my god, I love it. Um, but yeah, no. Oh god, and this again, it's just like such a satisfying chapter the way that we like sort of end Jaime's arc
Yeah.
of like, oh wow, I'm going out of my way and actually putting myself in some bodily physical harm here. Like
Yes.
this could end very poorly, and
Yeah.
but I'm doing it because wow, I've learned it's sometimes it's about others, and sometimes you need to put others above yourself. It's kind of I don't know the purpose of knighthood.
Yeah, and this version of Jamie. I don't think would recognize the version from the very beginning of the book. It is like he's really evolved quite a bit in a pretty short amount of time, which
Mhm.
is really enjoyable. Also, I know I speak for the rest of the internet. That final line is like everyone's favorite line in this book series, and it like melts my heart every fucking time. Just the like when she said, "Why come back?" and I wrote down a dozen. Oh, damn it! I wrote it down, and then I think I wrote it down incorrectly. It was anyway. A dozen quips came to mind, each crueler than the one before, but Jamie only shrugged. "I dreamed of you," he said. Like,
Aw,
I dreamed of you. I dreamed of
I
you. I
dreamed
dreamed
of
of
you.
you.
Oh my god.
I want that tattooed. Uh,
Oh, really?
yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know that. I think I would like a tattoo of this book series. I don't know like what, but I should at this point.
Yeah.
It's been good to me.
A tramp stamp that says property of Ned Stark.
Oh, no, you're saying, "Do I dreamed for you" as a tramp stamp? I was like, Jesus Christ.
That would be funny
Uh,
also.
that would be funny also. Um, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll workshop it. But yeah, that's all I have for this chapter.
Samesies.
Okay, so let us move on to our question of the week, of which I have two, because one of them was a little short. First one, my question is a two-parter. If you were to cast A Song of Ice and Fire, who would you have Danny DeVito play, and who do you think Danny DeVito could not play in it?
Who,
This
who could who could he not play?
I was gonna say I reject the premise of the question. Danny DeVito can play any part that he wants, and he would do all of them amazing. Though I have a strong preference for him being Strong Belwas.
Yeah, agreed. You know what it is? It's Strong Belwas, but we do a Lord of the Rings thing where we film it in such a way that it looks like he's bigger than everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
use some like perspective stuff
yeah.
where
Or could you imagine if he was Dario? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
it needs to be or like a character. It's the same cast. We just cut him in as Dario.
Yeah.
or
Uh,
he's Jon Snow, like my queen.
I hate it. Oh god. Okay, and then like a real question. What are the different characters' comfort movies slash TV shows? I have thoughts. I have
Oh,
thoughts.
ooh, okay.
Cersei is a true crime
Oh, I
girly.
was about to say, oh yeah, no, she's watching that, and it's like, fucking, what's the one, Cold Cases, or like cold, or
Yeah.
like,
And like the gorier the better. And like it's she watches the stuff that like everyone who like sees her watching like we're a little concerned that like she's getting a little too much out of this. Um
a comically large glass of red wine, and she,
Yes. Yeah, yes. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Favorite movies or TV shows? I think that Catelyn's favorite is Mean Girls,
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
same. Yes, of
Yeah,
course, of course, of
yeah.
course.
Very nostalgic for her.
Our former Regina George. Our we I think Sansa is doing like Jane Austen movies. Like
She's doing 1995's Pride and
she's
Prejudice.
doing 1995's Pride and Prejudice. She has her lemon cakes ready. It's like a whole
Yeah.
thing. It's yep, nope, 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 nope. And she's like trying to make Arya watch it, but like Arya's like, "Oh my god."
No, absolutely not. Arya will not sit still for it. What is Arya watching though? Arya is watching.
WWE, baby. She's watching.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Let's see. Danny, what does Danny watch? Danny likes
She loves like you know she's your girl. She loves an early 2000s like rom-com, like an early 2000s chick
yeah.
flick. She's she's watching
She
Last
wants the
Holiday.
formula.
She's
She wants the formula. She wants the comfort of it. It reminds her of times gone by. Very house with the red door and the lemon tree coated.
yeah.
Like
Kiss me beneath the milky twilight.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jon Snow is a secret fan of the Twilight series.
Oh yes. Oh
Just because
yes.
it's so moody. It's so moody and he's like that Edward guy. I just
His bisexual panic.
yeah. Real yeah.
But no, and then God, one big one,
What's Tyrion?
What's Tyrion?
God.
What's Tyrion watching?
Tyrion. I feel like Tyrion is watching like, and you know Tyrion anything A24, anything that
Yes.
A24 does, Tyrion is watching it. That's like he wants like popcorn, but he like the popcorn movies that he's gonna like think a little bit. So he
Yeah.
appreciates like the quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or well
Hmm?
no, actually no. That's what he tells people. He loves
Okay.
that's what he tells people. He loves like a sad romance, like a sad one that he gets. He wants like it doesn't end well. He's got the tissues. He wants the Notebook. He wants the fucking what's that author's name? The Sparks. He wants the
Oh
Nicholas. He
yeah.
wants a
Nicholas
Nicholas
Sparks.
Sparks movie. Like that's what he wants. He's got his box of tissues.
I was gonna say conversely, what I think he and Jamie watch together, any Real Housewives series,
Oh my god,
any and all
yes.
of them.
They pretend to be so broy and then they pick
Uh-huh.
sides. They pick sides on the
Yes.
fights and they're like, "No, well that was
Yes.
ridiculous. She was totally coming for her husband." No, she wasn't. Right? Like
Correct.
Wait, who's watching?
Correct.
And then finally, who's watching Drag Race? Who's watching Drag Race?
Oh God. I mean, Loris and Renly would have.
Actually, you know who's the shocker? Tywin.
Who?
Tywin's so into Drag Race.
Ty-
Tywin, but he's into it. But he's into it for like problematic reasons. He's like that look was so sloppy. Right? Like he's criticized.
Varys is watching Drag Race. What are we
Yes.
talking about?
Well, Varys is on Drag Race.
Yeah.
Our look queen. Our look
Oh God.
queen.
It's his year. It's his year. Oh God. Okay. Yes.
Anyway.
Good. Okay, and then finally, our death of the week. Who is yours? Not a ton of options.
Well, I guess the twist of or the random twist that we didn't see coming of Balon Greyjoy. You know what? Glad about it. Good fucking riddance.
Yeah, I don't need that man to be alive any longer than he was. No, I agree. Yeah, I think that's the only one that was like a surprise. And then I think the only other options are like the cell swords that Daario kills. I'm like, I don't really give a shit about them.
Yeah.
So
It was satisfying even from afar, even though I didn't get to see the
mhm.
light relieve his eyes. Like it was just
Like I'm still happy knowing he's gone from this world.
yeah, exactly. Like, you know what? Pour one out. Except don't pour one out.
Don't at all. Anyway, Okay, cool. You've reached the end of this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, you can read along with us or just listen to us yap if you are reading along. Our chapters next week, it's a special week. There's going to be 4 of them. Crazy.
What?
Crazy. Spicer, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're
no.
fine. Damn it. You're fine. They are Catelyn 5, Samwell 3, Arya 9, and Jon 6. So remember, 4 chapters, 4 if you're reading along. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But it's gonna be great, Spicer. Look happy. Look happy. There's fear in your eyes. But anyway, yes. So remember, read along if you want, or just listen to us yap. Thank you so much for listening this week. We all very much appreciate you. We hope you have a wonderful week. And say goodbye, Spicer.
Goodbye, Spicer.